there's some traffic issues outside. Some council members may be coming in a little bit later, but we have a quorum and we're going to go ahead and start. At this time, everyone would please rise. Mr. Daniels, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Everyone may be seated. At this time, as addition and deletions, I would ask a council member to
I would like to make a deletion of the consent agenda, item 1, to be moved to other business. I believe it will become, I don't have it in front of me, I believe it will become either 10A or 10B, and that item 1 is the approval of January 10th, 2015 draft minutes. Have that deleted out of the consent agenda and move to item 10A, discussion item.
That's not something we need to vote on that?
Yeah, we're moving it, we're changing the agenda, yeah, so he's
Okay.
moving item, I'm sorry, he's moving item 7A to item
10A.
10A.
Item 10A. All in favor of Mr. Daniels' request to move the item? That would be unanimous.
Development Advisory Committee. I am the manager of the Extreme Center, homeowner in Indian Trail, and we're going to trot out for you what we are doing on a monthly basis.
And I'm Trevor Nelson. I'm the vice chair of the EDAC committee. I'm a co-owner of the Sport Clips Haircuts in Indian Trail. I'm also co-owner of Syndicate Real Estate here in Indian Trail as well. We have fellow members. Some of them are Steve Barnes, Bob Tinhalf, Sherry Helms, Ryan Weatherington, Al King, Darlene Zamir, and Andrew Morrison. This group of people is just phenomenal. Also, Councilman Gordon Daniels attends our meetings as well. But this group of people is great. We have business professionals. They've got great strengths in pretty much anything, small business, real estate, appraisals, manufacturing, banking. So we have a great group of people.
We'd like to read for you our mission statement. The Indian Trail Economic Development Advisory Committee, also known as EDAC, mission is to enhance the vitality of the local economy by retaining existing businesses, encouraging entrepreneurship, and attracting new business to Indian Trail. The EDAC will seek to provide guidance with development opportunities in industrial, retail, tourism, and other commercial sectors. This guidance will support the Town Council's efforts toward the development of public policy and strategies, which will result in expanding job opportunities, balancing and sustaining economic growth, and maintaining a low tax burden for its residents.
Currently, we're working on a few certain areas of interest for you guys. Some of them include the Monroe bypass. We're looking at where the bypass will be coming in with the interchanges, and looking at types of zonings and just what we could do, once that actually does happen. Because we need a plan to get it out, make sure that we don't get behind the curve. The other one is what we're calling the T project. It's where the Chestnut Road and connector is coming into 74 and goes all the way down to Chestnut where the Harris Teeter is, and also it runs all the way down Old Charlotte to Wesley Chapel. That's another major area of focus that we're really trying to study, figure out what could be best for these areas to help you guys. We're helping to advise you as business owners. We're trying to help figure out what could fit here what would be the best use for these parcels, because again, you know, we don't want to be behind the curve and not have a plan. You know, we want it to look, you know, great for the town of Indian Trail. Our town hall project is something that we're focusing on, and also what we're calling a pride of ownership project for the businesses. You know, trying to figure out a plan where they will, you know, we can come up and, you know, for beautification and, you know, curb appeal and things like that for the businesses on 74 and Old Charlotte. That way we can help beautify Indian Trail as well. So that's, right now, those are our, you know, key projects that we're looking on. We would also like to, you know, invite each and every one of you to come attend a meeting or two, see exactly what we're doing. You know, we're trying to take pride of ownership in these projects and really focus in to help the town in this way.
So the EDAC committee currently meets every first Monday of the month from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m., prompt right here in the Civic Center,
Did you say Monday, Mike?
Monday. However, the first Monday of this month, it's been backed up 1 week because of the people that like the Super Bowl. So what we would like to do is invite all of you to our meetings, and what we are is a group of business professionals working together. We're investing ourselves in the town of Indian Trail. We are excited at the positive initiatives that this town council is taking. We want to be relevant to this wonderful town. Any advice given will be done in a thoughtful, forward-thinking manner. We are proud to be here, and we do look forward to serving our community. And we would like to extend an invitation to all of you to come to our meetings.
And one last thing as well before we'll take any questions from you guys. We actually have a few members from our board back here, Steve Moore and Danny Morrison, just coming for support as well. So we're really excited with what we're doing on this board, and you know, like I said, we have a phenomenal group of people with experience all across the board. We all have local businesses right here, and you know, we want Indian Trail to be the best that it can. You guys have any questions?
I have one. When you're looking at the bypass and the exits, have you guys been able to figure out or seen any studies on how the traffic coming on and off of those might be diminished because it's a toll road, people won't want to get off, compared to a regular freeway exit?
Yeah, there are some studies that DOT, you know, has done. I don't think they actually have an actual number
Right.
on that. I mean, I think they're projecting that, you know, it's probably going to take somewhere around 25%, give or take, of the traffic. Is that right, Kelly? I don't know. We don't have an actual.
Yeah, I was
number
just
on
curious.
that. Yeah.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, that's fine. I mean, but those are the types of things that, you know, we'll be looking into and trying to figure out, and you know, that will help us, you know, help you guys, you know, figure out what will be best, you know, when it actually does happen for around those areas.
Let's go.
You said 8:30 to 9:30?
8:30 to 9 a.m. I like to say something like
7:30.
7:30 to 9 a.m.
Wait, okay, no, wait a minute. It's 7:30
Yes.
to 9.
Yeah,
Okay.
8:30.
The first Monday except for this next one, and it'll be the second Monday
That's correct.
of the
It'll be
month.
the
Yeah.
7th, I think.
Do you ever do it, you know, it's sometimes hard for people, do you ever have meetings that aren't during working hours, like that are they always during like the working days?
It's always been in the morning,
Okay.
but we're open to doing something at night.
No, that's fine.
If it's easier for you guys.
No,
if you'd like to
no.
sit through one of our
I
meetings.
mean, I'd like to attend. I don't know that I could attend all the time because I do
Mhm.
work, so I'd like to come.
And we can put that to our committee to look at doing a nighttime meeting and invite you
No,
guys to that.
not for me. I just was
Not
curious
just
if you
for you,
did.
sir, for everybody.
That as a council, we can request that a lot of the committees will promise badges or label pins that they can wear at certain events. So I'm taking this opportunity to say, we're requesting that you go ahead and have the label pins or badges made up. And what I would like to have something that's going to last a long time. You know, nothing that's going to be
Mr.
cardboard
Sorry
and.
to interrupt. Would you like to put that on a quick discussion for a quick vote?
What we're going to do now, right?
Okay,
We're
so
almost
you'd like to
halfway
suspend the
through.
rules first.
All right.
I need a vote to suspend the rules for Mr. Daniels. All in favor?
we won't need a vote for it.
So I'm advocating something that's plastic, that's durable for the committees.
Well, what we would do is consistent with the other committees, is just do something similar to what the council has, and
Okay.
that would be our pleasure to work on that.
I think they would enjoy
Yeah,
that.
we agree.
All right. Any council in on that?
The money is already allocated, and just a suggestion is we'll just do that for everyone.
Public safety's had those already, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
You never got you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Daniels. All right, this time, public comments due to the traffic and the accident. If I saw some people come in late. Is there anyone that wanted to be on the list that did not make it?
I'd like to make a comment, if I may.
You want to be on the?
Please.
Please?
Thank you.
I'll do that. So at this time, if there's no others, going once, going twice, hold. I'll open the floor for public comments. As a reminder, these sessions are recorded. Act with proper decorum, respect, make comments to the council as a whole. You're allocated for 3 minutes, and you cannot allocate your minutes to anyone else. And please state your name and your address when you approach the podium. Our first speaker would be Dr. Shamir Ali. Welcome, Dr. Ali.
Honorable Mayor, Honorable Pro Tem Mayor, Honorable Council members, Town Manager Joe, good evening. I've completed 1 year in this town after spending 18 years in New York and 17 in Pennsylvania. So I decided to do a simple 2-page SWOT analysis. Strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats for the town in which myself and wife have invested lots of money, and we paid cash. So we want the investment to stay as is or appreciate, but not to depreciate. So as a result of that, I thought it's incumbent on me to share some ideas, hopefully that will bear fruit. I was very happy in December to see in my mail the new town hall. This reeks of success. I know everyone will not be in favor of spending the monies, but look at our finger. It's not even. We have discussion, disagreement, and compromise. That's the way to go. I want to commend the mayor, pro tem mayor, the entire team, and the hard-working staff. Coming from New York and Pennsylvania, when I see the conditions under which you operate, it's commendable. Commendable is an understatement. You work with so limited resources. So publicly, I want to tell you all, thank you to Joe and your team. I know you hear all the negative comments. I like to practice the 80-20 rule. 80% listening and 20% talking. I have talked to residents at the supermarkets, at the cinemas, at the town hall, and they all say 2 things. My question is, ma'am, I'm new to the town. Tell me, what do you like best about this town? The taxes. 10 out of 10, no exception. It's amazing. What do you like the worst? So, I spent some time with the mayor and with the town manager, who's doing his best to do what you call show and tell. We have a wonderful website, we have a wonderful newsletter, but nothing beats the relationships on show and tell. So my SWOT analysis is here for your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Shirley Howe?
Shirley Howe, 6205 Clearwater Drive, Indian Trail, Mayor and Council. It's been 48 days since the public has had the opportunity to make any public comment due to the manipulation of the council majority. Recall a year ago when this council majority played a game and refused to attend meetings because they didn't get their way. The council majority acted like spoiled children. You did your best to block swearing in of a new council member that you disliked. You took an oath where you swore to faithfully discharge the duties of your office. Just for the record, council meetings are part of your duties as an elected official. Then on December the 9th, excuse me, 2014, this council majority insulted the public again by scheduling a closed session meeting in the middle of the agenda, abandoning the very people that you were elected to represent and having them wait for over 2 hours. You as a council majority should be absolutely apologizing to the people you represent and not to the town manager or finance manager. Your conduct denotes the epitome of rudeness to the people who elected you. Bottom line is that this closed session meeting simply gave the town manager time to insult the current and past employees and advise them of their worth. When you believe that there is no morale problem, think again. The town manager successfully exonerated himself in the eyes of the council majority. Council even expressed confidence in him. He made sure that there was a trial with a biased evidence and a not guilty sentence. End of investigation. The HIPAA laws were violated concerning several of the employees who had private information exposed to the council and had no opportunity for rebuttal or to defend themselves. You have one council member who stated in the newspaper, "I have no reason to believe that there is a morale problem there." And a couple of lines later, he says, "We need to do something about the morale problem." So the finance director manager decided to quit because several employees finally publicly exposed and accused her of bullying behavior along with the town manager. So being a bully was and continues to be acceptable because, as stated by a council member in the same newspaper article, we need to keep her because it would halt the town's current capital project. Really? Not sure what this tells you, but it tells me this doesn't pass the smell test. Each of you on the council has a daughter. And ask yourself this question: would I be upset if my daughter had to work in the conditions described by some of the employees of the town of Indian Trail? You decide. Thank you.
Ms. Samantha Towns?
Good evening, Samantha Towns, 104 Pine Lake Drive. I would like to speak on the article that is in the newspaper regarding the treatment of employees. You know, bullying should not be done or tolerated. And we sit here and we have all of these great plans. It was stated in the paper that the staff did nothing but barbecue and play hockey. Well, my question is, how did all of the houses get built prior to the arrival of all of you? The staff worked very hard, and I think it was a total outrage to say that one person was so badly needed and make the other employees feel like they were nothing. And I think that an apology should be made to each and every employee on that issue. Because the first rule of management, when I took the course, they asked, can you do this work all by yourself? And then you'll know what type of manager you'll be. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Towns. Curtis Nolan? Welcome.
Curtis Nolan, and I live at 1416 Hardest Lane in Matthews. But I'm here representing 3 other individuals. We're beginning process of opening a business here, wanting to open a business here in Indian Trail, and we kind of wanted to break the ice here. What we're wanting to do is open a craft beer establishment while offering performing art presentations on the same premises. Best way to describe it, it's a coffee shop that serves beer. Just speaking on the craft beer industry, just so everybody knows what's going on with this. The 4 of us have identified Union County, and specifically the town of Indian Trail, as a prime regional location to open a tap house offering a wide variety of craft beer, or North Carolina craft beer specifically focusing on the product. There are no establishments in Indian Trail or Union County set up for individuals to try and enjoy a wide variety of locally crafted beer. Currently there are 125 existing breweries in North Carolina, with 56 scheduled to open this next year. Currently, neither Union County nor the town of Indian Trail offer citizens an option for such a business in the scope we are intending. Some local grocery stores offer canned and bottled craft beer, and focus more on the larger craft beer, and they usually stock what we refer to as crafty beer, which is Shock Top, Blue Moon. That's not really craft beer. Some of the local eating establishments have that as well. If the citizens of Union County or Indian Trail are looking for a larger variety of craft beer, they have to go to Mecklenburg County, with Carolina Beer Temple and Matthews being the closest proximity. There's a culture of craft beer representation within Union County in the form of home brewing through social media and journalism. Craft beer sales are going up as big beer is dropping. Locally craft beer dollars here, locally crafted beer keeps dollars in North Carolina. And craft beer as a whole supports U.S. manufacturing, farming, and especially since our standbys of Bud Light, Miller, and Coors are no longer American-made products. We also want to offer performing arts in the same space, and the same thing can be said for this region. We have 1 community theater in Union County, several directors, actors living within Union County or traveling outside for performance and performing arts opportunities, and citizens wanting to sit and experience something out of the ordinary traveling to the center city area of Charlotte. There's a surge happening in this area of dramatic talent. Specifically, I know at Sun Valley High School with their theater arts department, and having access to a public performing arts outlet will nurture that talent. Both instances take away business opportunities within the town of Indian Trail and Union County. With that said, we're looking at some potential available real estate here. We're looking for support from our community, specifically with craft beer business, which is a unique business model. Their competitors are supportive of each other and is a more family-friendly environment than just a dark watering hole. Since we will not be serving food on the site, we realize this business model is outside of the norm. We believe this will be a new economic opportunity for the town, crossing the paths of arts and crafts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor,
Sir.
I have one thing to say.
Sure.
First of all, I think it's a great idea. We're not supposed to be talking, so I'm going to be quick.
I wasn't expecting questions.
I just wanted to offer our services as the town council here. If you need any taste testing or anything, I think you ought to let us come down and be the first to maybe rate your top 10 or whatever like that. We're hard work. We're hard at work here.
Beer's fun.
Beer's fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was interesting, Mr. Cohn. Michael Falkenberry, sir.
Good evening, Michael Falkenberry, 519 Thicket Circle. First item I have to bring up is I have a formal complaint to make. On more than one occasion that I've attended the Indian Trail Economic Advisory Committee meetings, I've been interrupted during my public comments from Indian Trail Manager Rick Bias. Do not attend council, committee, or board meetings to be disrespected, nor should I be subjected to continued interruptions. This isn't about someone being a Yankee, but it's about being a professional, which is what we're supposed to be doing here in the town government of Indian Trail. The next item I'm going to bring up saddens my heart, because I was involved in it at one point in time. Over the last few months, 2 ethics code violations have taken place, according to the Indian Trail Ethics Policy. Canon 6 states, on item B, the mayor and town council members should refrain from financial and business dealings that tend to reflect adversely on the town council or on local government, or to interfere with the proper performance of official duties. a land donation to the Miracle League of Indian Trail was voted on by Mr. Drays, a city council member, benefiting his pending 501c3 organization. Mr. Drays is also the chair of the Miracle League of Indian Trail, so this was also considered a business dealing. Also, line item C of the same ethics policy, the mayor and town council members should manage their personal financial interests to minimize the number of cases in which they must abstain from voting on matters coming before the town council. Mr. Drays voted on the Miracle League resolution presented by the town of Indian Trail. Mr. Drays had paid $500 to the Miracle League organization to establish the Miracle League of Indian Trail, which shows it is a personal financial interest. Also, Mr. Drays was advised as far back as August 2014 he would have a conflict of interest if he continued on the path he was taking, but he chose to ignore those warnings. Two wrongs don't make a right, or does the ends justify the means? I supported Mr. Drays in getting the council seat, so there's no sour grapes here. Only that I'm holding a public official accountable for doing the job of council properly and correctly. Also, you may want to consider General Statute 14-234, public officers or employees benefiting from public contracts exceptions, Section B1. I would advise everyone to read it closely. Again, this is coming as a concerned citizen, as a friend of Mr. Drays, that please do not jeopardize this project due to bad advice from some people. Don't let emotion clog your judgment for the betterment of what you think is best by yourself. There is a right way to do something and the wrong way to do something. Please listen. Either resign as council or resign as chairman of the Indian Trail and Miracle League organization, or both. But please do not jeopardize this, because I made two promises to two gentlemen. I invited those veterans for this meeting on June 9th of last year. I couldn't be here because my grandmother was on her deathbed. Thank you.
William Hardsman. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm actually not a resident of Indian Trail. I live in Mineral Springs, but I did vote for Gary Sides, and this question was actually posed to Gary. And we all know if we live in a 250-mile radius of this area, we do know about the synergy levels that have taken place within the Board of Education. And I just simply, again, this question is for Mr. Sides, but I advise if you do, and he is going to act as a liaison, I advise this board to find out how exactly he's planning on bridging the gap between the BOCC as well as the Board of Education. My feeling is this, that the settlement won't take place in February and or March, and if it does, great. I always want to think that the glass is half full, but the question again was for Mr. Sides, how do you plan on bridging that gap? Because I'm simply not getting the answer that I'm looking for from any other Board of Education member. So that was just a comment and possibly some advice. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you. At this time, I'll close public hearing.
Okay, I'll have a comment. Thank you.
David Dritz. I'd like to reiterate what was said 2 weeks ago, thanking all the committee and all those people that showed up for the committee appreciation evening. I thought it was great. I thought the town staff did a great job. I do feel a slight obligation to address a couple issues. The Miracle League of Indian Trail is a nonprofit. Nobody makes a nickel on this thing. The $500 that was mentioned came out of David Drays' checkbook. The only permission I needed was my wife's, and I got it. I wrote a check to the Miracle League, the national office, and that's a charitable organization. I don't think there's any conflict between serving on a town board and donating to a charity last I checked. Second of all, before I voted and before I gave the presentation to ask the council for the land to build that miracle field, I checked with the School of Government and the town attorney, both of them which have degrees in law, and they said that I not only should vote, but I was obligated by law to vote. so I'm gonna obey the law. And third of all, nobody has, nor ever will, make a nickel from the Miracle League. We're putting every penny into building that field and that playground for those kids. Thank you.
Michael Alvarez.
First, thank everyone for answering the questions posed, and what do I do? Okay. Let the council know, just to clarify, I'm not against any project. I'm all for moving forward, but if a citizen asks me a question or any citizen has a concern against it, I'm going to answer the question for them to the best of my ability and question the council and the town staff to get that answer to them, just as much as I would to get a question and an answer to somebody that I agree with. It's my obligation under the oath of office that I've taken. I mean no one disrespect, and it doesn't mean I'm against anything. I'm just looking for full disclosure, transparency, and covering every base. People of this town want to build and move forward. I'm going to get behind it 100% and make sure it's the very best it can be. So, that being said, I represent 30+ thousand people, not just a few people that agree with me. So, answering the questions of the ones that don't agree with me is just as important. On another note, I just feel obligated to mention that the town of Indian Trail and the county had lost a very amazing person unexpectedly in the past couple weeks. Mr. Bob Sabin, who was a member of every nonprofit, Girls on the Run, Have a Heart, American Red Cross. He brightened the room when he came in. He would give to every town and every community. He raised the bar for all of us, that we're so high we could never achieve it. And this county's lost a very wonderful person who gave unconditionally back everywhere he went. And just ask for everyone's thoughts and prayers for his family. And if we could all just take a lesson from what he did in giving back to our communities, maybe together we could actually do what this one man did for everyone. Thank you.
Gordon Daniels.
Earlier you heard the chairman from the Economic Development Committee come and make a presentation to all of us. She said something very important, that the mission statement was not only to retain businesses, but to attract new businesses. And following up on that, last week, Charlotte Observer did a great piece on municipal complex being planned to be built or being built in North Carolina. I just want to just remind everyone that we live in Indian Trail and we love Indian Trail, but there was a statement in there that, and I know the person that made it, if they had the chance to retract it, I couldn't think they would, but I think when we as elected officials go in public print and we have concerns and we have, when we say we don't think that we will be attracting businesses, to me personally, I'm offended by that, because that's going against what this town is trying to do when we put it in print. So I'll put a period on that. Freda Bluestein is a professor at the North Carolina School of Government. And she has a piece on the website that Mr. Greggs alluded to that definitely says there's no conflict of interest if you're sitting on a municipal board and you're serving on a nonprofit. It's your duty to vote. And I don't know what's going on back and forth, but we've got a lot of good brains in this town, sitting on the council and the citizens here. And I would just like to see in 2015, we could just put it all together and help this town be the greatest town it could be and stop sniping at each other, because I'm sick and tired of it. Item number 3, I think if a citizen asks a question, they're due an answer. So I don't understand where all this is coming from. I mean, I would expect for us as council members to give them an answer. Item number 4, I made a promise in 2015 that I said, you know what, I've learned a lot in 2014, I'm gonna calm down, I'm gonna listen more, I'm gonna reach out more. And I just wanna say that I extended a phone call to one of our elected officials on January 7th and January 8th, so we won't have any concerns. Maybe we could talk about these concerns and not put them in the newspaper, and I'm still waiting for a call back. And you probably say, well, where is he going with this? I was touched by the mayor of Weddington. He reached out to all of his council members when they have a crisis at Providence Firehouse on how to pay for the increased costs. He called each and every council member, sat down and listened to their concerns, told them his concerns, and they communicated. I would like to communicate with this board, but I can only do but so much. I can only call and wait for the phone to ring on my end. Other than that, it's 8:45. Thank you for coming to this meeting. I kind of enjoyed it tonight. I was kind of like out of shape because we hadn't had that meeting in a while. I'm like, wow. But I guess I like what I heard tonight. I like the variety of people that showed up. And the people who are on the Citizens Academy, great that you guys put in your time to sign up and learn about the town of Indian Trail. Thank you very much.
I just want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I would like to thank Joe and his staff for all the hard work they do here for this town. I would just like to ask for, in 2015, that it just seems public comments are always negative. It would be just nice to hear one positive thing coming from some of these people that speak about everything being negative. There has to be something that they like in this town, I would hope. So it would be just nice to hear one good thing. And that's all.
Travis?
I was remiss in not mentioning the other Citizens Academy member who is not here, and I looked over and they were hiding over here in the corner. And, Mr. Fish is part of the Citizens Academy as well, so I just wanted to point that out, and so we didn't do that. So thank you for your volunteers.
Mayor, I'd like to make a comment if I may.
Yes, sir.
Just listening to other comments, and I respect everything that everybody said, but you know, not necessarily every comment up here that's a negative comment. It may be negative to you, or it may be negative to someone else. It may not be negative. It depends on what point of view you're looking at things. So, you know, to ask people can speak their mind. People can come up here and say whatever they want to say. And I understand what you're saying about negative comments, but if they want to come up here and speak their mind and they may not agree with you, I don't necessarily look at that as a negative comment. As far as, you know, positive things and questions that are answered, you know, one of the things that strikes me here, and we're talking about, and I know we're talking about a town hall, and I agree with the mayor, I'm all for a town hall if it gets approved. But I don't think it's negative to have the opinion that we shouldn't build a town hall unless the people vote on it. And somehow that's become a negative comment. I disagree with that being a negative comment. I think people should be able to vote on it. And you know, what's even more disturbing to me is when people, when they run for office, say they're against a town hall, and then when they get in office, they support a town hall. It tells me that to get in office, they were telling people what they wanted to hear and not necessarily what's going to happen. So they don't want to put it out to the people. They want to tell you they're against it because they think you wouldn't vote for them unless you were against it. But when you get in office and then you do the exact opposite of what you do, is that a negative comment when somebody comes up here and makes a comment saying that that's being negative? No, I don't think it's being negative. I think you're just speaking your mind. And we all have different points of view. We all have to live together. And that's just my opinion.